onto them.
I'm starting to figure out this game, and I think what I figured out thus far is you're not supposed to jump into the spikes.
No spike jumps.
That's almost, I would say, half the premise of the game. Almost half.
I mean, it's not. I don't like that, but I'll work with it.
Yeah.
I really prefer my games where you are supposed to jump into the spikes, but you know.
They should make that game.
Those are so rare these days.
Spikes. Like getting off. It's like the reverse platformer. Like getting off of the spikes kills you. Get to work, Phil Fish. Oh wait. Oh shit.
Oh,
Aww. Anyways, I'm bummed about the Phil Fish thing. It sucks.
yeah.
Everybody,
Fez.
let's be nice to each other. Let's not be dicks.
Oh, you're screwed, Phil.
Right, let's
Well,
do
maybe not, maybe
Star
not.
Trek and less calling people names, okay?
I'm not going to make any promises, Dylan.
Yeah. Well, just give someone Star Trek and you'll feel better.
At the end of the day, this will change nothing.
Except for Fez 2.
Oh.
Yet.
Merry Christmas. This changes nothing. We are constantly decaying.
Aww.
Well, that's depressing.
I don't like having Janine on anymore.
No?
She's like the television sets.
Oh.
That was unfair. That was an unfair death, I'm gonna say.
Wow, yeah, that was some bullshit.
What am I supposed to be doing in this game?
Getting
Puzzle
points? How do you feel about points?
You get points, you eat the cave story Doritos, and
They do
Oh,
look
is that
like
what
those.
those
They do
are?
look like
Yeah.
those.
I'm pretty sure I made that joke when Andrew was playing this on stream that one time.
Also, Cave Story Doritos was like the weirdest marketing crossover for them. Didn't really see that one coming.
Oh.
I would buy Cave Story Doritos.
I mean, I would too. I just was
it's
surprised.
kind
by
of
it.
frightening how many versions of Cave Story I own for a free fucking game.
Phil, I'm going to assume you know what Evangelion is.
Yes.
Blazing Raven says, "Should I leave? I started all this. Don't leave, man. We love you. We love.
No, but
Get out.
we're actually Austin and I thrive off of these dumb, stupid
we do.
discussions.
We really do.
These big,
People are now
dumb-
talking about Bioshock Infinite, and I'm just biting my damn tongue.
Oh,
'cause
God.
This ain't the place. But dog, just do some Google searches on this stuff. People
Yeah,
have
guys.
guys.
Bioshock Infinite is. Listen,
It's
I
not-
like Bioshock Infinite, and
Yeah,
I like.
Wait.
You should maybe not be pointing to it as like the game that handles race really well.
Oh, please don't.
The game
I'm-
doesn't handle shit really well. I'm really disappointed in that game.
I am a Bioshock Infinite defender, and I still like. Yeah, that game's got some issues.
If
so
I'd never played
please-
Bioshock, I would love Bioshock Infinite.
that might be
You know
the
what?
case.
That's
Like, that is
yeah.
Don't shoot those blue blocks!
Too
There's
late.
things about
Oh
it.
my god.
I
Phil,
really want to play like the first two Bioshocks,
Oh,
but I
guys,
have this crippling
just
fear
play
of
the
water.
first
so
Bioshock.
Digital Eric, can you get on Skype and can I add you to this call? Because I want to talk about your foot keyboard. Eric
What
was
is
talking with me about this
happening?
earlier this week, and I want to talk
What?
about it
Jeez.
on air.
What's a foot keyboard?
You'll find out.
Also, Jack Ryan, if you're going to play Bioshock, play Bioshock Infinite first.
Okay, yeah. So ZTI points out, and I think I agree with this one more, that The Walking Dead is a game that addresses race maturely.
I'm
Like
on board
race
with
is
that.
race is something in that game. It's not like
Yep.
the main issue, and
It's not a but it's also not a non-factor. you know,
exactly.
like,
It's handled really, really well.
Yeah.
Man, The Walking Dead was so good.
I'm a big fan.
I was gonna bring it up when we were talking about sort of those like really black or white moral choices in games, because I think
Yeah.
that game does a really good job of making you choose things that some of them are good or bad, but there's a lot of shades of gray, and the outcomes aren't always clear of what's going to be the actual good choice and what's going to be the actual bad choice.
And those choices go real off the rails in ways I did not expect.
Totally.
Because that's part of it with games, is you want to make sure that the outcome of that choice is hard to read, because otherwise it is just going to be good or bad.
Right. And I'm just
Yeah,
going to do
and
the
it's
thing that
another
I think
place
is
where
the
Mass
best
Effect was
choice.
just
Totally.
It's another place where Mass Effect just like basically all that happened when you made a choice was Shepard said something kind of close to what you picked. But I mean, other than that, you pretty much knew exact. I mean, you didn't know the exact words of what he was going to say or do, but you had it figured out.
I'm linking, for people who do want to get into it about Bioshock Infinite, I'm linking a collection of blog posts that Cameron Kunzelman, who is a PhD student, maybe he's only doing his master's program right now, I can't recall, down in Georgia, that he put together. Is a great collection of essays and stuff. And I'm only linking this because I'm in here 3 times, obviously. But no, you should. Everyone should go and read the junk here if that's a thing you're interested in. So
I'm interested in listening to people talk bad about Bioshock Infinite. So
there is some bad Bioshock.
Pixel Kaiser is saying, is it weird that Lee this is referring to Walking Dead, is it weird that Lee was a convict, referring to the race issue? I don't think it was handled in a weird way at all. Like, I don't think it was
handled in a weird way.
By the time they built it out and explained what happened, like, it wasn't, I don't know, it didn't come off to me as a, like, he is a convict because he's the black character or anything like that.
Exactly. He wasn't like... He was a convict, but he was a convict from circumstances that you would not have
Still,
expected
those
if you were a huge
complaints
racist.
on Gaff after episode 1, I was like, geez.
Was that a thing people were...
That was a thing.
And I mean,
People
they didn't explain it for a few episodes. Like, there wasn't clear exactly what happened, so I could see where people were maybe not sure.
This is and
guys,
again,
I'm still only on episode 2. Shut up.
like this is the thing where like
he started the zombies. He made them, so that's why he was a
made
convict.
all the zombies. All the zombies are actually black people. No, so there is something really worth mentioning, like that there is. I love that game, and I do think that it handles race well. Like, the moment that you start that game as a black dude, me, as a black player, playing that game, and it's like it opens up and Lee's in the back of a police car, like, I get tense, and I'm like, fuck, this is now on the table, right? Like, thankfully, they pull it off really well. They characterize him well. His situation there is really interesting, and he is well characterized. But there is this moment, and this is where I want to say, like, I get why Gaff or some part of Gaff may have responded negatively to it. It's because suddenly, like, those muscles in my body tense up, and I have to be afraid that this game I really like is going to end up doing something dumb. Thankfully, they didn't, and they nailed the execution, and I'm really happy about that. But another game, a worse team, might not have nailed it that well, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, and then for me, that was just another case of like, let's see what happens first before.
Right, totally.
Yeah, and it was difficult with that, or made more complicated with that because it was episodic, and because there were like people, you were only getting part of the story.
It's like goddamn save broke,
and it wasn't even clear at that point. I think that whether or not what you said about Lee was true, or whether or not there was a true answer that Lee could be lying about, right? Like, there was stuff in that first episode where I didn't know if he had a set backstory or if I was authoring that backstory through the way I was answering some stuff, you know?
Yeah, it certainly wasn't clear whether or not he actually had committed the crime, which, hey, Jet Grind isn't far enough, so it's still not clear, let's say.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I finished episode 2, like, 3 months ago.
You should probably play the rest. I still haven't played the new thing.
When I get home,
yeah, like, I definitely want to play more. It's just I was doing it with 2 other people around because we were trying to like have this whole experience thing, and then one of them just kind of left for a bit.
Right.
That's
that sucks.
around on that then? Like,
if the other person is still around, I think you 2 should do it. And
that's how
Phil,
awesome
they
I
just
played
kind
it.
of left permanently this time. But I mean,
try and rush through them because you will regret that. You won't.
Yeah,
we did like the second episode 2 days after the first, and then just kind of stopped. So
that might have been part of it. It gets tough.
We went through that whole thing in like a week or 2. Is that fair?
I think what I just figured out about this game that I actually wasn't getting for real was that when you shoot, there's a little bit of like pushback.
Oh, huh.
And that was not. I was not understanding that. I think that was causing.
Notice that?
I genuinely didn't realize it was happening. I kept being like, why did I fall off? What happened there?
Am I the only one? Like, sometimes when I'm watching a video of something, I'll notice something that I wouldn't notice while actually playing the game.
That happens to me all the time.
That's because your attention is more focused on playing.
Yeah.
Like, you're not playing
That's the
it;
way
you're
the
just
brain
watching.
works.
So you can focus. You can notice things like that you'd be distracted from when you're actually playing it.
The same reason I have been listening to podcasts during games, and I'm starting to stop doing that because I realize I will not actually hear anything anyone's talking about. Oh.
And then I was also playing Quantum Conundrum last night at 5 in the morning, and oh man, I felt really stupid at that first puzzle with the heavy dimension.
I haven't
not played that game.
Not going to probably get around to it because
I
don't know. I got it. Yeah, me either, because I'm the worst person.
Yeah.
But I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I'm with you. I know that's. I know.
I get it. You're funny. Accent.
I get it. You're funny.
The computer is bad or whatever, and there's puzzles, science jokes.
Oh,
Am I close at least?
probably. Phil,
Let's not talk about it.
Oh,
Look,
boy.
Digital Eric is on Skype. Phil.
Oh, hey, cool. I'm going to invite him. Hold on 1 second,
Yeah,
guys.
foot gaming. I'm stoked. I want to hear this.
I'm ready to talk about foot gaming, he says. Great.
Talk to us about foot gaming.
Hey, what's up, Phil?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good, good.
So please tell people about your foot keyboard, because you were telling me about this on G-Talk earlier this week, and I was totally baffled and mystified. It sounds crazy, but also kind of cool.
Yeah, so it's weird. This popped into my head a couple days ago, but I remember when Phil knows that I played World of Warcraft pretty seriously for a little while, but quit cold turkey a couple of years ago. But anyone that plays WoW knows that I think it's Creative sells that one button foot pedal, and they sell it as a thing for using Vent for Ventrilo or whatever, TeamSpeak, what have you.
Yeah.
So that was always kind of a neat idea. So
Dylan and I played a lot of World of Warcraft together.
Right,
It was
yeah.
very romantic, so...
And someone in our guild that Phil, has a foot pedal that
What?
he uses for Vent.
Who?
You sounded really surprised, Phil.
Is it Mark?
Yeah. If you knew who it was, you wouldn't be surprised.
Is it Mark?
It is Mark.
Okay, lucky guess. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've always kind of been into computer keyboards and controls and stuff like that. I owned one of those Steel Series crazy keyboards with that whole left hand, 15 button kind of gamer pad. So I've always, and right now I'm using the Logitech G15 and a 7-button mouse. So I'm always crazy about extra buttons. So I always thought it was a cool idea, but never really got into it. And then I was kind of surfing around, 3 a.m. Amazon kind of thing, and found this company that's actually in Berkeley, and that's I think it's called Gaming Mouse is their site, and the product, and I hate using these words, but it's called the Frag Pedal.
Great.
Oh,
So yeah, it's a terrible name, but so they sell this thing, and it's this pretty complicated contraption, but you can buy 2-pedal or 4-pedal configurations. It's 2-pedal is one block of plastic, and then you hook 2 of them up and you can do 4. So 2-pedal was $50. So I thought, whatever. I'm a big Battlefield person, so I figure when that comes out, I can put one to TeamSpeak and one to something else, map or something. I don't know. So I got it, and I was playing around with it, and 2 days after I used the 2 pedals, I immediately ordered the upgrade to get a 4-pedal system, and it's actually pretty cool.
I'm looking at this thing right
what are you
now.
using it for?
It's pretty awesome.
So I don't really play driving games, so it's not it's buttons that you want to have quick access to, but you don't need to have a lot of fidelity with. So I bought what's the game I'm using for? I bought Torchlight 2 on the Steam sale, right? So I have my health potion and my mana potion bound to my feet, so I can slam them really quick, but I don't have to take my hands off of other stuff.
right.
And I figure for Battlefield, I played a lot of Battlefield 3, and I figure I'll get back into it with 4 coming out. So I'll put I figure 1 is maybe TeamSpeak, because I have a small group of people I play with. The other one, maybe it's prone or map or something that you hit a lot, but you don't want to take your hands off the keyboard for. But
Right.
I don't know, it's interesting.
Now, do these click, or do they have levels? Are they just on off?
They're on off, and the thing is what you don't read in a lot of reviews, the drag pedals are quite, I wouldn't say loud, but it's if you have someone else that lives with you. I live in the loft with my wife, and it's fairly clicky. It's more than a mouse click.
Yeah, I'm someone that plays a lot of fighting games, so I already get the complaints about noise for
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like I said, I'm one of those people that like I have a G15 and I have a 7-button mouse. I'm always looking for like more buttons to press in more comfortable ways. So this looks
You're
different.
obsessed with pressing buttons. I can confirm.
I am. I'm obsessed with like having everything. My stupid feet haven't been doing anything for 20 years of gaming, so got to put them to work.
This seems really cool. I may have to pick one of these up.
Yeah, they're a lot. Actually,
It's
they're a lot
weird, yeah. So
smaller.
like, it sounds nutty. It sounds like nonsense. But like when he
I
first
think
started
about, like,
talking
what
to me
they
about it, I
do
was
in
like, "You're
MMOs.
crazy." But like, yeah, I feel like particularly like for heavy like MMO players, there's some
Yeah.
stuff here that would be.
Yeah, and the reason I got to it is because I had that, like I said, I had that SteelSeries keyboard with that crazy, ugly left-hand thing, which is actually pretty good, but the quality of that thing is like some of the buttons are super squishy and some are clicky. And they had this awesome button that was like, your thumb had access to these 3 buttons, and I always used that for vent, and then I got rid of that. So I kind of, every configuration I came up with for playing like a FPS or whatever, and also having vent was always kind of, Edward Scissorhands kind of motions that I was doing. So I was kind of thinking like a vent solution. So, but that creative thing was like $60 for one cheap plastic button. So I kind of got reading about it, and then I found this frag pedal group.
Yeah, all I need is carpal tunnel in my feet. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, I
just
drove
kinda
I drove a
reminded,
manual though for a long time, so I figure my ankles
Okay.
are pretty shot at this point.
That's what I figure as well. I should be okay. Yeah, these are cool. I'm gonna have to pick one of these up.
But they're actually smaller than you think. They look pretty big, but they're like
They do look huge.
Each section, it's probably, let me look under the desk here. I would say each one it's probably like a DVD case width, and then about like an inch taller than a DVD case.
Are you
So it's
using
like
it right now while
like-
you talk with us?
I'm not. I have Skype on automatic, but on Vent I have it like push to talk, and then I haven't really decided what I'm
Can you
doing.
give
for
us like
other
a
stuff.
sample of how loud it is?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, I'm about. Let me turn my fan off here. Okay, I'm about a foot away, and I'm gonna click it for a couple times here.
Oof.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we did.
I would say that.
It sounds about arcade stick level. It's probably the same micro switches. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's a little. It's hard to say. I haven't really taken them apart because you can take them apart and put 3 pedals onto one chunk of plastic if you want to have, that configuration. But yeah, I mean it's loud, but it's probably it's a little bit more bassy than like a true arcade button, but it's loud enough. But if you hit arcade buttons, it's not going to be any louder than that.
Huh, and there's like actual like pre-made setups for a lot of games on their website.
Yeah, their software it's typical, like homebrew kind of software. It's powerful but not user friendly.
Right.
But I haven't messed around with it. There's all kinds of macros you can do, and you can actually wire in your. I don't know what they call it an IDI driver, which I've never really heard of, but you can actually connect your USB keyboard to their.
Input device intelligence.
Yeah,
Website.
I don't know if that's their term or not, but
That sounds like some marketing guy made that up.
their little hub that the 2 pedal units hook into is actually like a little microcontroller unit, and it actually has memory on it.
Oh,
And
God.
you can map your keyboard into that and actually do like other crazy macros just with your keyboard without the frag pedals, which I'm probably never going to take advantage of. But
So now probably worth telling people you actually work for them. This has actually been an infomercial. You're our new sponsor.
no, but the weird thing is I ordered the initial package, the 2 pedals from Amazon, and then I liked it so much that I figured I'd spend the extra, what was it, $20 or $30 for the upgrade. And the upgrade is listed in some place in Berkeley, but I Google mapped it, and it's just like some weird random like little house in Berkeley.
It probably is
crazy.
literally just like just a.
Some dude, like,
Some guy.
Yeah.
just like tinkering away at the foot pedal.
But what's kind of cool, I mean, like I said, I'll never take
down with
advantage of it, but, they have their whole macro engine, but they'll, like, if you email them and say, I want my pedals to do this and this and this for this game, they'll actually do all the configuration and send you back a little file to
pretty
install.
That's
Oh,
super-
this is so you can. Okay, I like this. So you can set the different foot pedals to be like modifiers. Like it'll be like the shift key in an MMO. So you just hold down like your right foot and then do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, and there's like, and the pedals have 3 shift states, so you can set like, I think that would make what, like 3, 6, 10 buttons total if you did all the shift
Yeah.
states.
This is
Yeah,
really cool.
It's interesting. I'll see how it works out with some other games. That, like I said, I haven't really been playing much lately.
I have a question. How easy could I integrate this into my Jaeger piloting platform? Because right now I'm only using my arms to move that. Like, my feet move up and down, but if I could click something, then I could probably use my plasma jets more efficiently. So do you think that they could give me like a custom IDI for that?
That's completely possible. Like,
Okay.
It seems likely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because giant
There's
robots
onboard
are
memory,
really-
Austin. You can do all kinds of stuff.
All right. Well, then I'm on board.
All of this foot pedal stuff is reminding me of that chat on the Bombcast where they solved esports via the Def Leppard drummer.
You know,
recall
that's
that
funny.
happening,
I've not
I
seen
don't remember the ant. Like, yeah.
Whoa,
then-
this
and kind
mouse
of-
they sell looks awful.
Yeah, that looks terrible. And that's like their whole like company.
It's the iMac
identity.
mouse.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That thing looks awful.
It's like you squeeze it and you twist it. It's really bizarre. And that's
Here,
like
I'm
their
gonna link
whole
this in the chat for people.
corporate
to
identity
look
is
at.
the weird mouse.
This looks like failure, in my opinion. Oof.
Yeah,
Ooh.
actually, it's funny because when I was looking at
Not into this.
at pedals, like a lot of the forum comments that come up in Google searches were all about like esports and like StarCraft and League of Legends and stuff. Like people using it for that.
I guess
I
that,
have no idea.
I guess
how
that makes
would-
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
if
it would
you
be
have
it would
more
be
of
the
them-
same as using it for an MMO, really. Oh boy. Oh, this isn't looking good.
Yeah, I initially got it just for like kind of the vent thing, but I figured if you're gonna have one button, you might as well have four.
Whoa, this thing that Sean just linked in the chat, the Air keyboard, is very weird looking. I'm into it.
Wait, the what keyboard?
The Air keyboard,
What is it?
it's a controller with a keyboard attached, and it looks like you can like move it in the air to be a like mouse as well.
Is that the
What?
Falcon? That thing from like the 90s? That was like the orb?
Not quite.
No.
Here, let's see. He linked it in there, but the link is messed up.
Yeah, I'm getting a bad link.
Yeah, here we go. Linked it again.
Oh, thanks.
And you like
Oh,
it's
man,
like
that-
you move it in the air in front of you to use it as a mouse.
Oh, weird.
This is kind of cool.
The design is kind of though.
I would like this for Final Fantasy 11 or
14.
14. Yeah,
Okay.
Hey, we should stream some of that soon.
I'm down.
When
The next
Oh, yeah,
beta
beta-
starts in
beta's
August,
happening,
and supposedly no NDA on it. So
Yeah.
I would
man.
be stoked. And everything you play in that transfers over to the real game. So if people want to like play
Are they
with
doing a
us and try it
proper
out,
This beta happens.
what's that?
Janine, did you ever end up liking that anymore, or are you still
No,
a hater?
I really tried because I really tried. I really tried.
I heard some bad reports.
I still haven't ruled it out, but
It's a blast. We should try going through some dungeons. Like if we all go as a 4-player group. Which also big improvement. 4-player group way better than 5-player group.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why do you think? Why is that?
You find a group faster in the
Okay,
duty finder.
sure.
Also, there's not as many like, at least so far from the dungeons I played. There's not a lot of like
Don't worry,
DPS
guys. I'm doing
races,
fine.
you know, because you only have 2 damage and then a tank and a heal. So it's
Right.
not like it's all about like being as efficient as possible. As I don't know, it just seems it's a nice mix. There's not like an extra person trying to steal gear. It's fun, and a lot of them are designed around like, which I guess is something you could do with 5s, but like every person has a job on every boss that's beyond like playing your role, which I guess is really more of just a general design thing, but it's really cool. Like I'm trying to think, like on the first dungeon that I played, like water would shoot out of different gates, and whoever
Okay.
was closest to it had to go run, turn off the water, otherwise it would like spawn an enemy
That's cool.
to come out.
Right.
You know,
It helps too that it's a game where like, anybody can switch classes and fill any
on
role.
the fly. Yeah. Plus, you can actually fight with your chocobo, like
That's
fights
great.
beside you.
And there's Magitech armor, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, there is.
So
So it's the best game. Game of the year.
So
Right.
my understanding is the Magic Armor is going to work similar to Chocobo Companions, in that it fights alongside of you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
But so not only does it fight alongside you, but there are different bardings you can get based on your Chocobo's like class, essentially.
Okay.
So you can have like a little white mage hood for your Chocobo,
That's
or like
cool.
a black mage hat with a little like cape around it.
That's pretty great.
It's pretty awesome.
It seems like stuff Janine should love. What's
Yeah.
I know, that's...
And it has like amazing looking characters.
I was just so bored. Oh god, I really tried. I played many different classes, and I tried the different areas, and like, it's a game where you're fucking. I know I bring this up every time we talk about it, but you can see your jewelry, and there's so few games that even give a shit about that.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of care and interesting detail in that game, and I really do want to like it. I just keep finding it so goddamn boring.
Well,
And I hate that. I really wish I just liked it.
maybe somehow when you play the final release, or if you play the final release, maybe it'll work for you.
I've sort of been waiting until you guys were able to stream it so I could see you guys doing stuff, and maybe that would sell me on it.
We're
you know?
definitely gonna stream it, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm terrified of seeing you guys stream it because if I think it looks cool, that will make me want to have a computer
It's
that can
cheap,
run it
though.
well. Yeah, but
Well,
I have a shitty computer, so
Yeah, and you can run
That
it
will
on
torture me.
shittier computers than you used to be able to.
yeah. But I've seen that game.
Yeah, it's
I know what that thing would
really
be,
nice
shitty
looking.
computer.
It's using some next gen technology.
Is there an exact date for when the beta starts?
August. That's all they've said.
yeah, I don't think there is an exact date for the beta. There is an exact date for the final release, though. It's
Yes.
August 29th,
Something like that.
I think.
The
Okay.
betas will probably be the weekends, won't they? Or are they going to do a
No,
full,
four is
like a
supposed
full
to
thing?
4 is supposed to be from. It's supposed to be continuous.
Oh, okay.
And everything you do in the beta. See, that's the thing is you should try it out for yourself because everything you do in the beta transfers over to the real game.
Yeah.
So it's worth trying.
It's a bit like a head start.
Yeah. Although
like
they're
a-
also doing a head start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the beta ends supposedly a week before the game comes out, and then Head Start could just keep playing, basically.
Yeah.
Which I am not Head Start, which kind of bugs me, but whatever. Such is life.
I didn't know that there was a benchmark thing to run. That's nice.
Yeah, there's like 2 benchmarks. Make sure you get the new one for Realm.
I am hoping that
Right.
I'll see something, you know, once the video NDA and stuff is out of the way. Like, people can... When
Show
people
off the
can
actual
show it
thing.
off, and when journalists and stuff that I like can
Oh, I'm not a journalist
do
that you
more
like.
stuff.
I see how it
Yeah.
is.
Well, you're
Well,
included
well.
in that. When you can do
I'm not a
stuff and
journalist, but
sort
I'm going
of
to assume she likes me.
show me what it is about that game that you're enjoying, because maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know.
Did you try any of the crafting stuff?
No,
Okay.
The
I did not
crafting
try the
with fishing-
crafting.
That wasn't really all fully implemented, I don't think, in beta.
No.
But I suspect, like, the stuff
pretty-
they had from it seems like it's going to be pretty interesting.
It's like, yeah, each craft is like a nice little mini game, I guess, if that makes sense.
And also the like I didn't do the crafting, and I did not have any particularly successful dungeon runs. Like it felt like a lot of them ended with me being super impatient and just leaving before we even started, or just being paired with fucking assholes, and it just went to shit and was not fun.
That's the problem with the free stuff. Is I don't know, the Final Fantasy MMO fan base is a lot nicer than any other MMO fan base.
Yeah.
But I've noticed some real weirdos on the free betas.
Like dick grabbing my poke chops.
Listen, I'm not gonna hate on it.
Uh,
With the names I pick in MMOs, I don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I posted a little screen cap of him on my stupid screen.
I saw that. That was great.
Such a
Um,
good shot.
It was him. The best part, I think, was Naomi Crotch being like, "Oh, I love the name Dick Grabbin."
And he says, remember he adds,
forget my
"Don't
poke
forget my poke
chops."
chops."
Yep.
The internet.
And Sean asked if it's going to have a sub fee, and it will. It's going to have multiple sub fee, actually, is the way it's going to work. Is if you just want one character per server,
Remember, you
then
can run
it's
through the spikes.
$12 a month.
Never.
And if you want, like, what is it, like
You
5 or
need
6
to
characters
survive
per
that?
server, it's $15 a month.
Yeah, the other thing is I'm kind of not wild about getting into a subscription thing.
Same.
That doesn't excite me super, you know. If I got it, I'd probably just play it for a month even, and then maybe go back to it at some point, but...
Okay, I think
So now you can just walk on the spikes? What's going on?
you can walk on them. They said that from the
Yeah.
start, yeah.
Yeah, walk through them.
You just can't jump on them, yeah, or fall on them.
Remember that ninja can double jump.
I'm gonna end this stream. I think.
Fine.
We've been doing this for 5 hours, and I think I'm out of games to play.
I'm happy out from video.
You should have bought pickers, I'm telling you.
Should've.
I mean, we could go back to I'm Not Alone.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna go see if anybody's playing Payday 2 at 3 o'clock in the morning, because somebody probably is.
I hope so. I know we talked about a bunch of serious shit on this stream, but near the end. But I hope that people are able to chill out,
Yeah.
and able to have a good time. I just want everyone to be happy. Love video games. Video games are cool.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Cool. I'm also
Listen,
cool.
Phil Fish is cool. He's a cool guy. I love you, Phil Fish. I hope you're okay. My name's Phil Kohler. I'm on Twitter, twitter.com/bkohler. If you guys want to check any of the archives for Twitch, my Twitch channel, obviously, you're watching this, twitch.tv/KefkaTerran, or you can go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/KefkaTerran, where the archives show up a little bit later. And I have some awesome stuff from our Monster Hunter stream that none of you guys were on, but that was really fun. That's been going up.
That was a good stream.
Yeah, it's been going up this week, and will continue next week. You guys wanna? Who else is with me right now?
I was doing Hecht. I'm on Twitter, whatever, somewhere. I'm going to be playing Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition on Games Windows Live, Major NWS. Like, I'll probably run a room for the next hour if anyone here wants to join me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, okay. I'm Bleeding Heart on Twitter and in the chat and things like that. And I'm Janine. Nice to meet you if I haven't met you before.
I'm Austin Walker. I'm the Calcutech in chat. I'm Austin_Walker on Twitter, and you can find the shit I write about video games at clockworkworlds.com.
And I'm JetGrind. You can find me on Twitter at JetGrindSA. And, yeah, I tweet about shit.
Yay, Eric, you're still here, right?
I'm still here.
Let everybody know where they can find you as well.
I'm at Mad Feats Gaming now. I'm at Eric Dams at Twitter, but all I do is retweet weird Twitter, so no one wants to follow me.
I follow you.
Wait.
It's where I get most of my information.
About
Yeah.
weird Twitter and about life.
Yeah, but I mean, Phil, you also follow me, and that's
It's
probably
true.
a mistake and a half.
A lot of mistakes were made. Eric tweets all sorts of shit. He's the leading Twitter authority on foot keyboards. So if you're
That's
interested
right.
in that subject, really, he's got a lot of clout score in that. Eric, you should definitely come on the stream again. I've been meaning to get you on for a while, but
For sure.
at some point we should play something together. I don't know.
I can tell you how wrong you are about Mercenary Kings.
Wait,
Oh,
do you not
boy.
like it?
No.
Why?
All it does is make you want to play Metal Slug. That's the only thing it's good for.
Eric, we'll talk about this later. Okay, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Watch Raising Vanadillo.
Peace.
Later.